What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with another DanChro video, and once again we are talking about these missions up here up top. If you don't know how to get to them, probably should have checked out the previous videos. However, it's this little button right here. Just click on that, and it brings up everything you need to know. Now, each one of these is pretty easy, pretty straightforward, and most people have already completed this, but we're going to go through it anyway just in case somebody hasn't. Number one is clear all of Pleasure City. Now, this is part of the story event, so these haven't been translated terribly well. I believe that it's this one here that's normally translated as Ishtar Familia. I could be wrong on that because the last one I think was poorly translated and turned into Home. I think even before that we had Conversion to Wargame. So if you do have it available, though, if you just hit go, it'll take you right to the event. Clear that event, you'll be good to go. Unfortunately, it's really hard to tell because there's not one in the game called Pleasure City. But it is what it is. I love this game to death, but sometimes the translations are super questionable. Number 2, level 10 adventures up to level 60. Number 3 is raise assists, 10 assists up to level 60. Both those are pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And if you don't know how to do that, we covered it in the last video, but real quick, real easy, go over here to upgrade, grab a unit. She's level 1 for some reason. But then again, I think I've used her much. So, in fact, she actually probably would be pretty reasonable to use here coming up shortly. But we'll go ahead and just upgrade her. She's a level 10. We'll limit break. That'll take her up to a level cap of 20. We'll go over here, level up again. You do have to go back and forth. I really wish there was a shortcut to all this. And there unfortunately isn't. But it is what it is. And if you're running low on items, once you auto-select and hit use, sometimes if you don't have enough up here, there's a little button down here that says combine to consume extra. You can do that as well. But basically do that until you get the unit up to level 60. Same with assists and all that good stuff. Now, that is the first 3 missions. The third one here is raise character's CP to CP level 10. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. If we go back down here to my character, and we just kind of, we're going to sort filter by CP rank. I don't think I have anybody below level 10. Actually, I do a couple of SSRs. So go in here, just grab a gift. I could just do like my minimum gift. And each minimum gift is 10 CP. The mediums are, I believe, 30 to 50, and the large are 300. So 39 of those smaller gifts, and you do get some pretty sweet rewards for it. Once you get to level 20, I have 100 Sealess. I think 5 is another 100 Sealess. 25 is another 100 Sealess. So there's, I think, upwards of 400 Sealess you can get per unit. So it's really handy. So as I said, the smallest 10, the biggest 50, and the biggest is 300. So whatever it takes, you can go in and feed your units up and get those very, very sweet rewards. That is mission number 4 here. Mission number 5, upgrade skill level to 10 characters. Or a skill level of 10 characters to level 7, I think it says. Yeah, to level 7. So, to do that, go back in here to upgrade. And we're just going to go back to, where was Ishtar? There she is. Okay. And we go into skill level, and you notice she is skill level 1, so we can just go ahead and upgrade here. And we can upgrade again, and again, and again, and one more time. Now, unfortunately, the downside is because I've already done this over and over and over again. I don't know if you have to have all 4 of these at level 7, but it really doesn't take much to get there. And here's a great example of what I was saying before. Notice I'm out of these golden books. If I click use, it says combine insufficient materials. I can just combine those materials and basically get the equivalent of that book out of my lower end materials. It's very handy, very straightforward. Now that got me to level 8. I don't need level 8, I need level 7. But then we do that across the board and come back up here and you'll get your 5th mission. This mission spend a total of 5 million Valis. Honestly, as you're upgrading units, you're just naturally going to accrue that because it costs a certain amount of Valis to do those mission upgrades. And you acquire Valis basically by running missions and doing various other things. If you don't have 5 million Valis, it may take you a little while to farm it. but there are missions and stuff where you can farm it, and there are some daily missions coming up here soon that make farming Valis very, very easy. We'll cover those when it happens, but essentially, just spend 5 million Valis doing upgrades, which you're going to do anyway, and you're good to go. The final one here is Challenge Battle Arena 40 times. Now, once again, I want to show something off here. Whenever you have one of these uncompleted, there's a go button here that will take you to the event. So if you want to know where to acquire something, you can always hit that go button and it'll take you where you need to go. So when we go into Battle Arena here, I need to do this 8 more times. Normally, I would kind of do that for the video, but let's go ahead and just do one real quick. If you need to recover some of you might still have Battle Arena recovery tickets. I personally do. If you don't, you may just wait a couple of days and you'll get 5 tickets a day essentially. But I'm going to go ahead and restore mine. I would honestly recommend don't use Sealess to unlock more tickets. It's not really worth it. Just, do what you do. Now, I'm going to turn 5 times match off. 5 times match we discovered yesterday will basically take 5 times, give you 5 times the reward, but take 5 times the number of tickets. So it's handy, but in a situation like this, it unfortunately is not much value to us. I would love to tell you that for the missions that it counts 5 times, it just doesn't. It's not a thing. So here we go. And this is just auto run. It's just automatically going to generate winners and losers based on, the nice part is the battle does play out, so you at least get to see how your units are performing, which my units would be doing a lot better if they were actually inside of Old Girl's area of influence, but, that is what it is, I guess. There we go. Now they are. Get them. Boom. Kind of disappointed that they kept getting drug out of her little barrier there, but that is what it is. All right, so that is 1 down. I have 7 more to go. We'll take a little pause here in a minute, but I'll show you guys. If you're having problems with the team build, number 1, you can choose to fight a lower battle power. I often choose to fight a little above my battle power, just because I like to see how my teams stack up. And right now, if you want to go to field effects, you can see how things play out. So you notice that attacking rolls have a reduced damage, speed rolls have increased damage, and everyone gets a shield as the battle starts. So if I basically go up against units, I'm going to kind of ignore that one in the middle where there's speed units on the team, and especially 2 assists that will make her extremely tough to beat. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to focus on this top one where there's 2 attack rolls and a defender. Think that's going to be better use of my skills here. Now, here's where you can adjust items. You can add scene cards, add items to the repertoire. I do not know why she has a blue item. Let's get rid of that. And let's give her, let's see. We'll give her this, because then she can actually increase her special move accumulation. That'd be really handy. And then basically she can get her barriers faster and faster. A lot of this does come down to strategy. You want to strategize and plan out your team, because otherwise, if you just throw your strongest units on there, someone with a really rock-solid strategy is basically going to have the upper hand. Notice that all my fighters are now inside my area of influence there, and she's actually going to double that up here in just a moment. So that's why I'm eviscerating their team so badly. A lot of healing here. Everybody's kind of in that area of influence doing damage. It essentially double teams everybody. It's just a great strategy. That's why I ignored the other one where I had the 2 assists on the 1 speed unit. That is a toxic team. That team is going to be a pain to fight, because basically you've got 2 people buffing 1 person who's already incredibly fast and incredibly strong. So strategy is key. We're going to run a couple of these off camera, and I'll be right back with the results. Okay, so we ran through all the battle arenas, got through every single one of them, and now we can collect these rewards. So unfortunately, I did sadly accept the other rewards before, but let's go ahead and bulk receive these. And that's 5 more potato poppers. And of course, up here at the top, we have 10 more tickets. We have 20 more tickets left to grab. And then we can do some crazy summons. So tomorrow we'll come back. We'll talk about board 5. Make sure you guys like, comment, and share. And I'll be back coming up with more real soon.